Ipswich Town take a shock defeat against West Bromwich Albion this past weekend. Are their promotion hopes starting to fade? We're going to take a little look next. Today we'll take a look at Matchday number 18, of course, in the Championship, and we'll get to that in just one second. Where you been? Smash your subscribe button back with all things Championship related, Blackburn Rovers related, world football related. We're going to all here, boys, under one rooski. That's right, Ipswich, shock defeat perhaps against West Bromwich Albion to leave them just 7 points clear of Leeds United, with a busy period of games coming at you very, very soon. We'll take a look at all of it in a second, of course. Big shout out to my VIPs. They are the patrons, you know who you are. And of course, make sure you bang the old likey on, of course, down below. Get the YouTube algorithm working for you. And of course, make sure you subscribe. With a whopping 78% of you still unsubscribed. So let's get into it. Of course, recap the results from this past weekend as things starting to get a little bit spicy in, of course, the race for the playoffs and all that kind of stuff. So here we go then. Where am I? Let me get the Super Brew fired up here. We're going to come at you thick and fast. So let's get into it. Recap my results. My results are on the left-hand side. The real deal's on the right. So Leeds can only muster a draw. Of course, when you look back at that result on Friday, big blunder there by Leeds United because, of course, Ipswich losing makes it a 1 point gain for Leeds when it could have been much, much more than that. Anyway, draw there. So good result for Rotherham United, who are still looking for their manager. Meanwhile, Birmingham City, big 2-1 win for them over Wednesday down the foot of the table. Of course, Birmingham with Wayne Rooney, that's his first win at charge. Bristol City and the Manning 3-2 win over Middlesbrough. Big result that is. I went with the draw as well. Coventry 3-0 winners over Millwall. I went with a 2-1 win myself the other way. Southampton could only muster a draw. Goodness gracious me, against Huddersfield Town. I went with a 3-0 win as well. Leicester 2-0 winners over Watford. I went with a 3-0. Norwich with a 1-0 win over QPR. I went with a 2-0. Plymouth 2-0 winners over Sunderland. I went with a 3-1 win. Cardiff 2-1 win on the road. Wow, that was a spicy one there as they beat Preston at Deepdale. Stockport County, they lost to Rovers 3-0 win. We'll take that one. We'll take it on the chin. Swansea could only muster a draw against Hull City. I went with a 2-1 win as well. And West Bromwich Albion 2-0 winners over Ipswich Town. I went with a 3-2 win as well. So we'll have a little look at what that's done to the Super Brew in just a second. This is what the table looks like right now, though. It is Leicester top of the table with 42 points, with Ipswich 3 points adrift at the moment in second. Leeds are in third again, hopefully, or for them trying to make up some ground here. But between Leeds and Preston, it is quite tight, just 4 points between those top six. And of course, Cardiff, Hull, Sunderland and Rovers with Bristol City within striking distance of those playoffs this midweek. So if everything goes someone's way, they could be in the playoffs. You just don't know. Going down those Rotherham, QPR and Sheffield Wednesday, who look lost at sea. Meanwhile, though, take a look at the Prediction League. This is the link, currently for EFL Champ, which is coming at you. These are the games, but we'll get to them in a minute. So let's take a look at what I'm talking about. I'm talking about, of course, the Super Brewski. And what I mean by that, I'm going to mark this. So here we go. Recap the results from you guys. Here it is in all its glory. So KP 21, 16.5 points this past week. Well done to you. AJ 24 with 14.5. Silent Sniper and Summer 2018 with 13. Shepherd up there with 11. Macca's up there as well. Where am I? I'm down there with 7. Gosh, it's pretty grim there. Pretty grim stuff. But if you do see a name in there, make sure you bang your subscribe. Where's Philly Pete? Where is he? Did he? Oh, he had a bad one. He had an absolute whopper. 1.5 points for him. But anyway, that's of course this previous round. Of course, the overall table, though, looks like this. 37, of course, 184 points. James BFC also kicking ass, 184 points as well. Vinny Hong, 173.5. That's your top 3 non-movers, of course. Where am I? I think I was 30-something, 33rd. It's not great, really. But I'm a non-mover. But Philly Pete, a little bit ahead of me still, but closing in on you. Again, we've got plenty of games to make up for lost ground. If you do see an aim in there, please smash your like, smash your subscribe as well if you are new as we get going for the next round of games. It's a double match week as well. Good chance for us people who are making up for lost ground to get back into it. Of course, a recap of that link, @EFL Champ. Free, of course. I don't get anything out of it, just competition. Now, these are a recap of those games as well, coming at you on Tuesday and Wednesday this coming week, before another busy week on the weekend. So non-stop football coming at you for the Championship. And we'll start right here and now. Over in Wales, of course, Cardiff and West Brom up 2 sides in those playoff hunts. Of course, played each other 18 times, 2003. We've got 4 wins to Cardiff, 5 wins to West Brom, and 9 draws, of course. Biggest win for Cardiff, 2-0 win. They got 25 goals in 18 matches, 1.39 goals a game. West Brom, though, 4-0 win. Their biggest scoring, 29 goals in those 18 matches, 1.61 goals a game on average as well. West Brom, 75% form for them right now. Just 1 defeat the past 6. They are 5th with 29 points on the board right now. Cardiff, 58% form for them right now. Just 1 defeat, though, in the past 5. They are 7th with 27 points on the board. Last time around was a 1-1 draw in Wales back in March 2023. In fact, the last 3 between these 2 sides have ended up all square. But the last time somebody came out on top with a big fat W, it was West Brom. And that was in Wales back in September 2021. Of course, the odds right here right now, we've got Cardiff 70-10 for the victory. 23-10 is your draw. 13-8 is, of course, your West Brom. I'm back in their wayside here. West Brom look good. Big win for them over Ipswich, of course. They got the tails up. They could also be an outside bet for promotion here. And maybe even, people were already writing off that top 2 spot. But realistically, if Ipswich keep going the way they've been going, and they've had a rough spell right now, that second spot behind Leicester could open up for the likes of a West Brom or Leeds as well. Meanwhile, Coventry City against Plymouth Argyle, of course, come out at the Rico again on Tuesday, 28th of November. Played each other 15 times, done 4. We've got 6 wins to Coventry, 7 wins to Plymouth, 2 draws, of course. Biggest win for Coventry, 2-0 win. They've got 18 goals in 15 matches, 1.20 goals a game. Up against Plymouth on a 4-0 win, their biggest scoring 20 goals in 15 matches, 1.33 goals a game as well. Both sides struggling at the moment towards the bottom end of the table. 19th are Plymouth. They're on 19 points as well. 50% form for them heading into this 1-2 loss to and drawn to over the last 6. Coventry, they're in 20th with 19 points also. Back-to-back games, though, without a loss. They're on 25% form for them as well. Last time around, in Coventry, it was a 1-0 win for them back in August 2018. That was in League One. Meanwhile, the odds for this one, Coventry 10-7 on for the victory. They are red-hot favourites here. 3-1 is your draw, and 15-4 is, of course, your Plymouth Argyle. I'm back in Coventry here. 2-0 win for them. They've got to win this one and maybe get a groove on to get themselves back into mid-table mixes as well. Meanwhile, Borough against Preston over at Riverside. Again, 2 sides. This will be a tricky match, this one. Coming at you, of course, both sides trying to get back or maintain their playoff ambitions. Played each other 22 times since 2006. 11 wins for Borough, 5 wins for the Nobbers, and 6 draws, of course. Biggest win for Middlesbrough, 4-0 win. They got 40 goals in 22 matches, 1.82 goals a game. Meanwhile, Preston 4-1 win. Their biggest scoring 28 goals in 22 matches, 1.27 goals a game. Preston on 50% form for them right now. 1-2 lost to and drawn to over the last 6. They are 6th in the table with 28 points on the board right now. Meanwhile, Borough 58% form for them right now. 2 defeats in the last 6. They are 12th with 24 points on the board. It's so tight in this championship. Coming at you last time around at Middlesbrough, it was a 4-0 win for Borough back in March 2023. The away side's only won once in this game, and that's when Preston beat Middlesbrough back in November 2021 at the Riverside. The odds right here, and now we've got Borough 6-4 on for the victory, 14-5 is your draw, 17-4 is, of course, your away win here. I'm back in Borough here, 3-1 win for them to keep up the mix, and that win will probably put them right in the mixer for playoffs. Meanwhile, Watford against Norwich, another zinger at Vicarage Road. Played each other 33 times since 1985. We've got 18 wins for Watford, 11 wins for Norwich, 4 draws, of course. Biggest win for the hosts, 4-1 win. They got 51 goals in 33 matches, 1.55 goals a game. Biggest win for Norwich, 4-0 win, also 51 goals, also scoring 33 games, 1.55 goals a game on average. Norwich on back-to-back wins for them at the moment, 33% form. They are 13th with 23 points on the board. Meanwhile, Watford, 67% form for them right now, just 1 defeat at the past 6, 15th for the table and 21 points right now. Last time around at Vicarage Road, it was a 2-1 win for Watford back in October 2022. Of course, Watford doing the double over Norwich last season. Back-to-back wins there. The odds for this one, Watford 21-20 for the victory, 5-2 is the draw. 13-5 is your away win. Smells like a draw, but I'm going away win. Going with Farker. Not Farker. I'm going with bloody Wagner. Wagner 2-1 win. I'm not saying he's turned a page here, but these results are likely to give him a bit more longevity in the post before eventually. I think he's going to get fired because they want them up there, but I don't think this form will continue. 2-1 win though for Norwich. Hull City as Rotherham United coming at you at the KCOM or whatever they call it these days. The MKM Stadium played 8 times in 2012. 5 wins for Hull, 1 win for Rotherham, 2 draws, of course. Am I reading that right? Am I reading Scott Brown is the manager of Rotherham United? Am I reading that right? Scott Brown, who failed at Fleetwood Town. It's not Scott Brown, is it? It's not the Scott Brown. Scott Brown, where the fuck are you? Let's put Rotherham. No, It's different Scott Brown. Anyway, kicking on forward, played to the 8 times. 2012, we've got 5 wins for Hull. We've got 1 win for Rotherham. We've got 2 draws as well. Biggest win for Hull City was a 5-1 win. They got 25 goals in 8 matches, 3.13 goals a game on average. That's red hot to trot. Up against Rotherham, 2-0 win. Their biggest score, 18 goals in 8 matches, 2.25 goals a game as well. 42% form, though, are Rotherham at the moment. Just 1 win in 6. They are 22nd in the table with 12 points on the board. Up against Hull, who are 8th, 27 points on the board. Just 1 defeat the past 5. Of course, 58% form for them as well. Last time around, over at the MKM Stadium was a 0-0 draw back in April 2023. Hull, though, unbeaten against Rotherham over the last 6, picking up 4 wins and a couple of draws. The odds for this one, heading into this one, 29 on is your Hull. They are favoured here. 7-2 is your draw, and 6-1 is your long shots. We're going Hull City here. 2-0 win for them against Rotherham United. Kicking on forward, though, is QPR against Stoke at Loftus Road. Now, these two sides have played 28 times since 1996. 10 wins for QPR, 9 for Stoke, 9 draws, of course. Biggest win for QPR, 3-0 win. They got 31 goals in those 28 matches, 1.11 goals a game on average. Stoke, though, 2-0 win. Their biggest score in 30 goals in 28 matches, 1.07 goals a game. Stoke now without a win in 3, 67% form for them right now. They are 16th for 21 points on the board right now. Up against QPR, 23rd on the table and 10 points on the board, 17% form for them heading into this. They haven't won the last 12 games, have QPR, but last time around at Loftus Road, it was a 0-0 draw back at September 2022. QPR unbeaten against Stoke over the last 2 back-to-back clean sheets as well heading into this. But the odds for this one, we look at QPR 11-5 for the victory, 5-4 is Stoke, who are favoured here, 12-5 is I'm leaning right now as I read that. I was leaning towards a win for QPR, but I'm going to stick with a draw, 1-1 in the end, and I think QPR will be the happier on that one. That's of course concludes the Tuesday games into Wednesday's matches. Now Sunderland against Huddersfield Town over at the Stadium. I like played to the 9 times since 1995. 5 wins for Sunderland and 1 win for Huddersfield. 3 draws, of course. Biggest win for the Mackems, 2-0 win. They got 18 goals in 9 matches, 2 goals a game on average. Meanwhile, of course, Huddersfield Town 4-2 win. Their biggest score, 12 goals in 9 matches, 1.33 goals a game on average. 33% form though for Huddersfield right now without a win in 5, 21 points on the board, 16 points right now. Up against Sunderland on 42% form for them right now, just 1 defeat past 4. They are 9th with 26 points on the board heading into this one. Last time around, over at Sunderland, it was a 1-1 draw back in April 2023. Sunderland did not, they picked up 4 points against Huddersfield last season of a possible 6. In fact, they're unbeaten against them in the last 5 in the league. With Huddersfield's only victory coming back in 2003 in September in the EFL Cup. Wow. Meanwhile, kicking on forward though, we're looking at Sunderland 7-4 on for the victory, 10-3 is draw, 70-4. As of course your Huddersfield here. 2-0 win for me for Sunderland here. 3 points, of course, making a push for those playoffs as well. Next up, we have the game of the day. That's right, it's Blackburn Rovers against Birmingham City. Coming at you at Ewood Park. Of course, Pete will be behind the microphone for this one for the watch along. As of course, I'll be keeping an eye on it as I do my work. That's right. Played to the 43 times since the year 2018 wins for the Rovers, 12 wins for Birmingham, 13 draws, of course. Biggest win for Rovers, 4-0 win. They got 68 goals scored in 43 matches, 1.58 goals a game. Up against Birmingham, 4-0 win. They're also their biggest, scoring 52 goals in 43 matches, 1.21 goals a game. The Brain Rooney FC, just 1 win in 6, 25% form for them right now, 14 for the table and 22 points on the board. Up against Rovers, who are 10th with 25 points on the board, 50% form for them right now, 1-3 and lost 3 over the last 6. We did pick up, what are we looking at here? 2-1 win for Rovers last season. That was in October 2022. In a season, we played Birmingham 4 times, of course, winning, just losing the once. That was back in the 4th of Jan at St Andrews. But the odds for this one, we are looking at Rovers 5-4 on for the victory, 13-5 is yours, 7-2. It's, of course, your away win. Well, back in Rovers here, 2-1 win for them. To hopefully make another push towards the top end of the table. Kicking on forward, though, it is Southampton, it is Bristol City, it's at St Mary's. Now, these two sides have played each other 10 times, 2003, 3 wins for Southampton, 5 wins for Bristol City, 2 draws, of course. Biggest win for the Southampton, of course, 3-0 win. They got 10 goals scored in 10 matches. You could do the math on that one. Meanwhile, Bristol City's biggest win, 2-0 win. They got 10 goals scored in those 10 games as well. You can also do the math on that one. 58% for Bristol City right now. Unbeaten in the last 3. They are 11th with 25 points right now. Up against Southampton, who are unbeaten in the last 6. They are 4th with 31 points on the board at the moment as well. Last time around, they're over at St Mary's. It was 1-0 win for Bristol City back in December 2012. Been a while, guys. Meanwhile, the odds here, 50-8 on is your Southampton, 7-2 is your draw, 90-4 is, of course, your visitors here. We are backing a 3-0 win for Southampton. Monster win for them, of course, and keeping the heat in the top 6. Let's go. Ipswich Town against Millwall coming at you at Portman Road. Played each other 26 times in 1985. 10 wins to Ipswich, 9 for Millwall, 7 draws, of course. Biggest win for Ipswich Ipswich 3-0 win. They got 39 goals in those 26 matches, 1.50 goals a game. Millwall 3-0 win. Their biggest scoring 36 goals in 26 matches, 1.38 goals a game as well. 1 win in 6 though for Millwall right now, 33% form. They are in 18th with 20 points on the board. Up against Ipswich, 50% form for them right now, just 1 win in 5. That's a real bad stat. They are second though with 39 points on the board as well. Last time around though, over at Portman Road, 3-2 win it was for Millwall, who are unbeaten against Ipswich over the last 4. Last defeat against them was a 4-3 win for Ipswich at the Den back in August 2017. Of course, the odds right here right now, we're looking at Ipswich 7-4 on for the victory, 3-1 is your draw, 5-1 is your long shots. That's of course your Millwall. Got to back Ipswich here, even though I think the bubble may have burst in their automatic promotion race. Meanwhile, Leeds United against Swansea coming at you over at Ellen Road. Now these two sides have played each other according to my eyes. 8 times done 7, 4 wins for Leeds, 3 for Swansea, 1 draw. Of course, biggest win for Leeds, 2-0 win. They got 11 goals scored in 8 matches, 1.38 goals a game. Swansea 3-0 win. Their biggest 11 goals scored in those 8 matches, 1.38 goals a game as well. Just 1 win in 6 for Swansea, 33% form for them. They are 17th with 20 points on the board. Up against Leeds, beaten the last 4, 75% form for them heading into this. They are 3rd, 32 points on the board as well. Last time around though, over at Ellen Road, it was a 1-0 win for Swansea back in August 2019. That was of course in the Championship. The odds right here right now, we're looking at Leeds 11-4 on for the Rotary, 70-4 is your draw, 50-2 is of course your away win here. Back in Leeds United, 2-0 win for them, making a push for the top 2. And then we have Sheffield Wednesday against Leicester City coming at you over at Hillsborough. A bit of a grim time, top versus bottom. 25 times they played each other since 1994. 13 wins for Wednesday, 8 wins for Leicester, 4 draws of course. Biggest win for the Owls, 4-0 win. They got 30 goals scored in 25 matches, 1.20 goals a game. Up against Leicester, 3-0 win. Their biggest 24 goals is scored in 25 matches, 0.96 goals a game. Leicester, 67% form for them right now. They are top with 42 points on the board. Of course, 4 wins the last 6. Up against Wednesday, just 1 win in 6, 17% form for them. They are 24th with just 6 points all season. Last time around, over at Hillsborough, it was a 2-1 win for Wednesday back in December 2013, of course. But the odds right here right now, we're looking at Wednesday 17-4 for the victory, 5-3 on is your Leicester, and 16-5 is of course your draw. There is no draw here. 3-0 win for Leicester to take their points, and that, my friends, completes the pack. Don't forget to use this link, cut.ly/EFL Champ, if you want to get your picks in. This is of course a recap of my predictions as we head into the weekend or the midweek action. This is of course the table as it would look like if I came out on top. We have Ipswich still in second, Leicester top the charts there, Rotherham, QPR, and Wednesday going down. That's of course that. Be sure to give it some love and smash the old like, smash your subscribe. Of course, we'll be back next time, later on this week, actually, double match week, of course, with the next round of games. But until then, see you soon. Subscribe, thumbs up, of course, catch you later. But until then, get on predicting.